Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. I am so excited for today's video and this playlist. I will have more on that in just a bit. DIY number 1. I'm taking this little wreath form from the Dollar Tree and some of that jute twine and this ribbon, and I am going to start wrapping the wreath with the jute twine. Now I got that jute twine on Amazon. It is in my storefront, which is linked down below if you want to go check it out. So as I said, I'm going to wrap like 2/3 of this wreath in this twine. Once that's done, I'm going to move on to the green ribbon. And what I did was I kind of overlapped it on both sides, and that's where I was able to glue the ribbon to keep it in place very nicely. So I'm just, like I said, just wrapping it around. I'm going to put a little hot glue to hold it together, and then I'm just going to finish off the wreath in the green. And this is what my end product, well, not my end product, but end of this particular portion. So now I have this wooden dowel that I had in my stash. I don't even know if I could tell you, maybe Walmart I got it. So I'm just going to measure out a size that I want to use, and I'm using my miter shears, which is also in my Amazon storefront, if you would like to check those out. Then I am taking my hot glue gun and I am just going to wrap this dowel in the twine. So I just left this part in so that you could see exactly what I did. I just did a strip of hot glue and then just like twisted it, however you want to say it, and was able to cover the entire dowel with this twine. So my original plan was to hot glue this to the back of the wreath, but I changed my mind. So I just went back in and I trimmed off a little portion of the dowel, and now I'm going to just hot glue it to, right now I'm doing it, yeah, there, that's better. I am just going to hot glue it right to like the inside top of the wreath. You'll see in just a second. I know I'm not explaining this very well. So there you can see that's how I glued it into place. Now I'm going to take some of this twine I got from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, it's a hot mess, but you know what I'm talking about. The ones that will come like 3 in a pack, I believe, in the automotive section. Which is much cheaper than the one in the crafts section, or not cheaper, but you get more for your money. But anyway, so I'm just taking the twine and I'm kind of measuring out how long I want the pieces to be. And then I am just looping it around until I get the amount of strands that I want. And then I'm just going to hot glue them right into place at the bottom on the twine side. And I'm not going to glue them straight on. I want them to be kind of like twisting and flowing. So I got a couple pieces glued down and then thought I better do this part. So I am taking some of the black rocks that I think they're called river rocks, but I'm not positive. They're little black smooth pebbles. And I'm just going to hot glue a few of them to the twine part of the wreath as well. And then once I have all of the rocks in place, I'm going to continue with gluing down the little strands of twine until it looks a little something like this. Then I am going to repeat the process up on the top section. And I just kind of glued them together and then I folded it over, and I'm just going to glue the bunch right to the top of the dowel. And then I'm going to spread them out and I'm going to hot glue them just like I did at the bottom. And then I'm just going to snip off the excess twine on the top. Give it a little haircut. Then I take my lighter and I just want to burn off all the little hairs on the wreath. And this always makes me a little nervous. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, playing with fire, I learned a very valuable lesson at a very young age not to do that. So anyway, now I'm going to take some of this moss from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to put some hot glue down and I'm just going to tap it in place. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking the moss and covering the green ribbon. And once I have that all glued down, I'm just tapping the wreath just to get the excess, and then I give it a little haircut. Then I'm going to take some of these little birds that I got off of Amazon, and I'm just going to hot glue a few of them on the wreath very strategically. Well, maybe not. I just kind of glued them on. And then once I've got that down, that's it for this project. So it's my little tree wreath. I think it came out so cute. I love this thing so much. I did put a hanger on the back off camera, but let me know what you guys think of this one. This video is part of the Twine It Up challenge. It is hosted by Fanny over at Creations by Favi, and this month's co-host is Yelena from Blondie Next Door. I love these ladies. They're super talented. I will have both of their channels as well as the playlist listed in my description box down below. Go ahead and check everybody out. You're going to love this playlist. DIY number 2. So I have some of this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and so I have the regular and then the coastal one. Then I have this mirror from the Target Dollar Spot and this wood round from Michael's. So I'm just going to take the wood round and I'm going to start wrapping it on the outside, and then just that first layer, like the first strip. What am I trying to, the frame. There we go. Oh my good grief. I'm going to just take the jute, the nautical rope, whatever you want to call it, and I am going to hot glue it in place. And then when I get to the end, instead of continuing the loop, I am cutting at that point every loop around that I make. After that, I am just taking some of the Waverly chalk paint in sandstone, and I'm going to go around all of the like basket weave portion. And it doesn't change it too much, but it just gives it enough. And then I'm going to I start off with the striped rope, and I'm going to start going around, and I believe I go around 3 times at the first wrap. Then I go 2 and 2, and in between I do 1 strip of the regular, like, natural nautical rope. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But it'll make sense as it progresses, trust me. It's very early and I am not explaining things very well. So I continue that pattern until I am done. And then I'm going to take some of this faux leather from the Dollar Tree. It's the navy blue. And I'm going to take 2 strips and cover where the rope meets on the mirror as well as on the wood round. Then I take a generous amount of hot glue, spread it around the center, and put the mirror in place. And I want to line up those 2 blue strips of faux leather. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just taking another piece of the blue and natural, and I'm going around the outside edge of the mirror just to hide the gap where it is hot glued into place. And that's it for this one. I love this. I think it came out so good. Please don't mind the dust. I forgot to wash it before I recorded this part. But let me know what you guys think of this one. I want to let you know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I will have all of the links in my description box down below. Stop on by and say hi. I would love to hear from you. Now on to DIY number 3. So I'm taking the inside piece of one of those box drawers that I got from Michael's, and I am going to take some of the truffle paint from Waverly, and I just did the inside of this box. And then I'm going to take some more of that twine and I'm going to wrap it around the outside of this box all the way around. And then I am doing 1 extra wrap around the top to cover the top band of the box. Then I'm going to take one of these little chalkboard tag signs, and for the life of me, I could not get that clothespin off the back. So I did end up taking my glue gun, and no, not my glue gun, my heat gun, and blowing it around the table a little bit before I got smart enough to take my scissors and hold it into place. But anyways, so it melted the glue just enough so I was able to get the clothespin off. So once I got that cleaned up, I just hot glued the sign itself to the front of this little box. I thought it would be really cute for business cards or that kind of stuff. But I think it came out adorable. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank Fanny for putting together this amazing playlist and Yelena for being her co-host this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And share with your family and friends. And I will see you next time.